In all of history, only one king ever brought 3 Roman emperors to their knees. This is the tale of Shapur I, king of kings of Iran, a ruler who claimed 3 imperial crowns and lifted the empire of Iran Shah to its greatest glory, the one who ended years of Roman arrogance toward Persia. His legend is forged in 3 deadly strikes. Rome sent 3 emperors. Shapur defeated all 3. And with that, one of the darkest humiliations in Roman history was sealed forever. The first victim was Gordian III. In the year 244 AD, the young Roman emperor faced Shapur in the Battle of Mysiksh. This was no ordinary defeat. In that moment, it wasn't just an emperor who fell. It was the pride of Rome that shattered. Before the shaken eyes of its own legions, the name of Shapur rose like a storm from the east, a force powerful enough to shake the empire to its very core. With the confidence of a young conqueror, Gordian rallied Rome's legions and marched swiftly east, unaware that this journey would drag him into death and Rome into its first great defeat. News arrived from Rome. Gordian, with his army, was moving toward Persia. Shapur, the king of kings, rose to meet the challenge. Not a flicker of fear crossed his face. He had faced legends and empires before, and now Rome itself would learn the weight of his wrath. The Roman and Persian forces pressed forward, the ground trembling beneath thousands of marching feet, destiny drawing them inexorably together. Gordian was the first Roman emperor to be killed in battle against Persia. Gordian has fallen. Shapur roared in his inscription, "We have destroyed his army." The second emperor was Philip the Arab. After Gordian's fall, Philip, desperate to save what remained of his army, surrendered to Shapur. He paid a heavy tribute of gold and signed a treaty drenched in humiliation. But that peace was short-lived. Shapur struck again, surging deep into Roman lands. He conquered city after city, among them Antioch, the Roman capital of the East. Its fall became yet another eternal disgrace for Rome. Rome could no longer endure such humiliation. Valerian, the third emperor, marched east at the head of a 70,000-strong army, determined to end Shapur's rise with a single decisive blow. But he did not know that his fate would be far more tragic than Gordian's death, and far more shameful than Philip's escape. Before battle was even joined, Valerian's vast army began to falter. Exhausted from relentless marches and weakened by chaos spreading through the camps, the legions arrived at Edessa already broken, while Shapur stood waiting, calm and ready. On the plains around Edessa, the battle erupted. Shapur unleashed his armored cavalry with flawless precision, encircling the weary Roman lines. This was no battle, it was a trap. Surrounded, exhausted, and stripped of hope, the Roman army collapsed. At last, with no path left to escape, Valerian made the greatest and most desperate decision of his life. In that historic moment, something happened that Rome would never forget. Valerian, the living Roman emperor, was captured. He surrendered to Shapur I, the Sasanian king. Shapur immortalized this victory. He turned Valerian into a symbol of Rome's eternal humiliation. But the captives were thousands. Thousands of Roman engineers and architects were brought to Persia to work on the grand projects of the Sasanians. The legacy of this defeat still stands today in the Shushtar hydraulic system, the greatest engineering feat of its era. Valerian died in captivity, but the name of Shapur I, the Sasanian king of kings, was forever inscribed on the Kaaba-ye Zartosht. He was the one who, by defeating 3 emperors, proved the supremacy of Iran to the world.